Hello Warriors, welcome to the final part of our mini-series about the active shooter in school. Today we are going to look at the third step, which is fight, which is probably going to be for the Warriors the most important part, but even Warriors can make many mistakes during this, so keep watching to survive. So in the previous videos we already told you how to run, how to hide, and how to fight we are going to show you now, but without the correct hiding, there's no fighting, because that will allow you to fight. If you are not hidden well, it's just running to the guy who has a rifle. That's not a good idea. So as always, because now you know how to hit correctly, now it's up the time that you have, because if you decided that there's no time and you are just going to use your bare hands, it should look something like this. Shooter is coming in, and I catch and I hit. All of this, because now we don't have any weapon, will be for the more experienced fighters, of course, because we don't have anything in our hands. Even with this, there can be many things that can go wrong. Maybe he pulls a little bit, maybe your timing was bad at the start, and many things can go wrong. But if I don't have the time, I will have to use something like this. But if you can, of course, the best thing would be for you to grab some weapon. You don't want to be going bare hands against someone who has a rifle. Every single time you should go for something like a weapon. If you are a teacher or someone who has never trained, going with your bare hands is definitely not the best option for you. But because there's no time, when you are very in a hurry, the first thing you will see is of course going to be the chair. So just grab it, stay as close to the wall as you can, and when the shooter is coming, you have to count on that he's in such a hurry that he will perfectly get into your sight, and now you will hit him. Even best if you hit him right to the head. If you hit him to the head, the impact force of course is going to be very big compared to the just bare hands. Even with this, of course, there are some problems that can occur. If you are standing here, imagine you are very wide now. So if the shooter is not in such a hurry and he enters and he sees some part going, because he's not in a hurry, he can shoot right away because maybe some of your elbow is there, maybe some of your part of your leg is seen. You are not as well hidden as before. So you have a weapon in your hand, but now you are risking that you will be seen a lot sooner. Overall, you will want something that is well enough to be in just one hand, so that one hand is for striking with the weapon, and the second one can still block the weapon, the gun or the rifle. So after that, it's all just about the improvisation of getting into the room and right away seeing what can I use. Even better if you would already have some weapon on you. We are talking maybe something like a baton. Even better if you had something like a gun, because to stop the active shooter, someone who is good with a gun will be the best option. But if you are a teacher, most likely you are not getting into schools with guns, of course. But if you do have more time to search for the weapon, because maybe you blocked it with a chair or another person is standing by the door and holding it, and there's two of you, now we'll have even more time to actually search for something better than the chair. Here a big difference is going to be if I do know this classroom, because maybe I am teaching here or I am studying here. So of course I will know where the objects are that I can use. If this is a completely different classroom that you've never been to and everything's new, yeah, of course, then you are losing a bit more time and a bit more distance between you and the shooter. So right away, for example, when we get into this classroom, the first thing you'll probably see is something like this. And then when the shooter is coming, now you have something in your hand. You are still very low profile and he starts coming, and then you have your hand for blocking and hitting. With this, the impact power will be, again, much more than with the bare hands if you don't know how to strike correctly. We are now searching a little bit more, and now we see something like a thing from the chair. We know that we can place it into our hands, and it can something like we can stab now with it. So now the impact force will be even bigger. The shooter is coming. We found a good weapon, and now we can stab him, aiming for the eyes or the face overall. And now this will determine him even more to stop. We are searching even more, and now we found that there is something like a chemical. So we can now use it as a pepper spray. Why not? We have to. Goes for it. The shooter is coming, we block the weapon, and now we are spraying him to the face. Not just finishing there, of course only just spraying will not do it. You will have to fight after it, but this is a good way to make him stop. It's chemicals into the eyes. The impact will be there right away. We are searching even more. Now because we know this is our classroom and we know where there's something like a big bone. What does it represent good? It's something like a baton in your hand. So now you are still very well hidden, and the impact force of this will be even bigger. And smashing to the heads, to the hands, to let go of the weapon. It's my classroom, so I know where, for example, there are things like rocks. Even this will give you a much more impact force. So if I know it, grab it, and once again, when the shooter is coming, now we have something like a rock in our hands. Because we are in school, there's going to be a lot of pens and pencils. So if we enter the classroom and we see some pencil just laying there or it's on the table, grab it right away, because now we have something that we can again stab. And now we're once again aiming to the eyes, using pressure points. The better you know how to use it, the better for your use. Like we said in the last video, this is not a fun subject. If maybe there's a teacher watching killing someone with a pencil, yeah, it sounds like it, but we are in a situation where the teacher is the only person between the kids are going to live and the kids are going to die. Because to focus just kids are going to solve it, no. You're the teacher, you are probably going to be the one who needs to take the initiative and do something with the attacker. And the better you are prepared for, the more chances you have of actually surviving. Of course, it would be now up to you to share this video as much as you can, because we just showed you little things from the video. You cannot just count on, okay, I saw the video, now I know what to do. You will have to train it, and you will have to find a good place to train it with something like an airsoft gun, something that is not as painful, but will give you the feedback, okay, I made a mistake. Because even people who are training it longer can make mistakes. So the more you will train, the more mistakes you will make, and the more you will not repeat the mistakes, the better you are going to get. Active shooter can be anywhere, from school to hospital to bar or any workplace. That's why we want you to share this video. Help us save lives, help us save children in the schools. You don't know what can happen. Even you can be the savior in this situation if you will share this video. Let us know in the comments what you maybe want to see more. For us, this has been all from this mini-series about run, hide, and now fight. So just put it all together, put it into practice, and let us know what you think. Leave a like if you do enjoy this video, and if you agree with us, subscribe to see even more videos like this, and we will see you in the next one. For now, bye.